Book 24, the Paramarthasara. The essence of the supreme truth. Summary and encyclopedic summary of the path. Abhinavagupta adapts an ancient text to map the entire journey of the soul, how the infinite Shiva descends into the 36 levels of matter to become a human, and how the human ascends back to the throne through knowledge and grace. Author Abhinavagupta, c. 975–1025 CE. About the author. Here, Abhinavagupta acts as the great synthesizer. He takes the dry categories of the Sankhya philosophy and injects them with the vibrating non-dualism of Shaivism, turning a map of the universe into a map of the soul's return. Chapter 1, the one without a second. The primordial state. There is only one reality. It is like an infinite ocean of light, perfectly still, yet alive with the possibility of every wave. It is Shiva, the knower, who is also the known. This light is self-luminous. It does not need a sun to see itself. It is the I that exists before the world. Chapter 2, the masterpiece of concealment. The descent. The creation of the world is not a fall from grace. It is an act of supreme freedom, svatantriya. The king decides to play a game where he pretends to be a beggar. He does this by contracting sankocha. He draws his light inward, creating a shadow. In that shadow, the world of objects appears. Chapter 3, the 36 steps. The architecture of reality. The ladder from God to earth has 36 rungs. At the top are the 5 pure levels. Here, the light is still aware of itself. Then comes the great barrier, Maya. Maya is the veil. She takes the unity and breaks it into a billion fragments. Chapter 4, the 5 sheaths. The Kanchukas. When Shiva passes through the veil of Maya, he puts on 5 coats. Time turns eternity into a sequence. Space turns infinity into a location. Desire turns fullness into a lack. Limited knowledge turns omniscience into a flashlight. Limited power turns omnipotence into a fragile body. Chapter 5, the individual soul. Purusha and Prakriti. Now the soul Purusha is born. He is a point of consciousness lost in the dark. He is the enjoyer who has forgotten he is the creator. Opposite him is nature, Prakletawani 5bti. She is the enjoyed. She is the mirror in which the soul tries to find his own face. Chapter 6, the gross world. The elements. Finally, the descent reaches the bottom. The energy becomes thick and slow. It becomes space, air, fire, water, and earth. The earth is not dead matter. It is Shiva in his most frozen state. The rock is the absolute holding its breath. Chapter 7, the path of return. Sudaridhavai. How do you climb back up? You cannot do it by doing. The beggar cannot buy his way back to the throne. He must simply realize he is the king. The path of return is the peeling back of layers. I am not the earth. I am not the mind. Chapter 8, the lightning of grace. Shaktipata. You cannot climb the ladder alone. You need the lightning strike, Shaktipata. Grace is the turning of the god's face back toward himself. It is the moment the king says, enough of this game. Chapter 9, the life of the free. Jivanmukti. What happens to the man who knows the truth? Does he vanish? No, he stays in the body until the body's clock runs out. He is a Jivanmukta, free while still breathing. He eats, he sleeps, he works, but his actions leave no seeds. Chapter 10. The Beyond Ethic. The illusion of impurity. To the one who has recognized the self, there is no longer pure and impure. The mud is as holy as the temple. The rules of the world are for those who are still asleep. The lion does not need a fence. Chapter 11. The End of Bondage. The disappearance of the knot. Bondage was never real. It was a dream of being bound. When you wake up, you laugh because there were never any chains. Even the desire for liberation is a final veil. Chapter 12. The Final Resting. The drop in the ocean. When the body falls away, the drop of water does not go to the ocean. It realizes it was never separate. The space inside the jar is the same as the space outside the jar. When the jar breaks, the space remains vast, empty, and full. Chapter 13. The Great Synthesis. The Unity of Paths. The Paramarthasara brings all paths together. The ritual, the yoga, the knowledge, they are all spokes of one wheel. Do not fight over methods, use what works to wake up. Chapter 14. The Offering of the Self. Atmasamarpana. The final act is the offering of the me. Throw the ego into the fire of the real. Chapter 15. The Silence of the Essence. Rest. The essence is extracted. The book is done, the life begins. Chapter 16. The Final Word. Conclusion. There is no birth, there is no death, there is only the eternal shimmering light. Rest in that, be that, Om.